Tell them that I told you, won't be any longer. Devil gonna leave you, he's heading over yonder. Tell them that I told you, I told you, I told you. Whoa, whoa.
Alright, hello everyone, this is Yukun and this is a new tutorial for the update of my tool Interface Architect. And if you want to go back to the full tutorial of what we covered before, click the link. I probably will put it somewhere here. And there's a full 20 minutes tutorial of all the functionality we had before. And this one will be just a quick update of what I added this version. So first of all, I add a preview button for all three tabs so that it's easier for you to actually go through of it, and we can cover that in a bit. And later on, I added a whole new tab called script, and this is a main functionality I added, and where you can just directly go into the script and edit everything. And later in this tutorial, I will show you how to use Interface Architect and completely make a tool or just a UI for this thing and connect your functionality to your button through the scripting. So if we do that, you can just make a cube. There we go. Yeah, it's a small tool. And now we can start. So first of all, let's just add some random stuff to show. So for example, I can have a row layout, text, button, text. And this is some old stuff we had before. Make us a child. So now if you don't actually have to go to the Action tab to preview. In every single one, there's a preview button, and you can just preview your code directly. In the script, the first function I added was refresh. So what it does is you refresh the scripting field to the latest saved file. And like you can see here, this is what we have from the interface architecture. And remember, if you updated in here but didn't save and hit refresh, it will just go back to what you have. And this one loaded is loaded from the draft.py file instead of where you saved from the save button here. So it's always saved to the default file, or loaded from the default file. And next one is preview. So what does preview do is kind of like a execute from your scripting field. So if you select all of it and preview, it will execute the script. And this execute or preview button acts differently from the other previews, because the other preview buttons will run the draft.py file, but this preview button execute whatever you have here, which means if you say button 1 and equal to pm.button and have nothing here and you execute, oh, sorry, too many children. Probably should specify. Let's see. Yeah, so if you preview, it will automatically run the script, but if you refresh, that line will be gone. So that's something you need to remember. And also another thing is this field actually acts exactly the same as the one you pull up here, which means if you just hit preview, the code is going to be gone. So always make sure if you did some changes you want to save, or you can just go back Control Z and then go back to whatever you have before. or you can just highlight and then preview, or just highlight whatever you want to run and preview. Oh, of course it doesn't work that way, but yeah, like that. And the Find button is to help you quickly find wherever the code is related to your selected element. So for example, I want to see where the text 0 related button is, and I just select it and find. It will highlight where it is. Yeah. And after that, it's the update button. Update button is where you actually get your element quick updated. So for example, right now, if we run the whole thing, I want to have the text and the button shorter. Then what I would do is, for example, go here and then find where the related code is and directly change it. And then highlight this line to update. And now if I preview the whole thing, we can see it's actually become shorter. And we can do all the same with this couple ones. Highlight the element and the code, update, then preview it. See? So it's like a quick update for your, or edit for your elements here. And also it can help you to change your attribute within the elements. So for example, if I want to change the parent of this element, so change it to row layout. If I change it to row layout right now, it should give me an arrow if I want to run. Let's see. Because it will say that too many children. Yep. The reason why that happened is because in our row layout, it says the number of children is 2. So what we need to do is update that as well to 3. And now if I preview the thing, so it will run. And always remember, when you hit update, it will save what you have in the field. So you don't have to save it separately. So now if I do refresh, it's what we had. And another cool thing is you can actually just directly add stuff into it. So say I want another button, but don't want to be in that parent, and name it new button. And highlight this line and update. So what it will do is it will automatically add a button element in the architecture. And since we did not specify what parent it will have, it will automatically add it to the default layout. So if we do that, a new button will be added, and the parent is the row column layout. And now if we highlight the whole thing and preview, that'll be there. And of course, all these buttons worked, and they're make us a child, but it will say it's too many children. So we do it again and preview the whole thing. And you can also delete it. Yeah. And always remember, if you do that, it won't change the code unless you refresh it. And for the save button, it just save whatever you have in the code right now. The reason why I added that instead of just using update is because that will really help you if you have a function and you only edit the function. And I can explain that while we're doing the tutorial making this little tool. And that's it. That's all the function I had for this update. And now we can go to our little tutorial for the tool. Let me just delete everything and refresh. Now it's all gone. So as you can see in here, we have a text saying whatever it is, a text for the length of the cube, and the float field, and a button to apply. And when I press the button, let me just delete this one really quick. When I press the button, it will just create the cube. It's really simple. So what we need is a text. Oh, well, we can start all over. Hold on. There we go. So that will start with 0. And a row layout, another text, and the float field. And a button. And those two will be in the layout. And now if I, oh, oops, wrong spell. Spell the field wrong. My bad. Okay, float. Try again. Sorry about that. Make us a child. Preview. There we go. Yeah, so now we have the basic structure of it. What we can do is, first of all, refresh, get all the code in here. And then now if we run it, we know that we want this couple things to resize. So first we resize that one. Instead of 350, we can decrease it to 200, update. And then for that one, we want it to be length and then make it shorter as well. That's the button. There we go. Then 100. Update. This one. We do the same. W equal 100. Update. Then C. I think we need to, yes, that one needs to be changed to 200 as well. Preview. Yes. Now, oh, seems like that's a little taller, and we need to change the name of it. So cube maker. The height will be, say, 30. And then highlight that one, update. There we go. Now we have the basic structure. And I'll just copy the code I wrote earlier, which is the function for the cube making. So this function I can just explain really quick. It takes the float field and then get the number, the value, and then make a cube. It's really straightforward, right? Oh, and the import. My bad. I put it in the wrong place. It will run, but it's always good to import before defining anything. That's like a rule. Okay, so now we have the base structure of your user interface, and we have the function you want for your button. And now we just need to connect this function with your button. And I'll just copy and paste for this thing. Yeah, okay. We need to put this one after the flow. And then update it. There we go. So now if you preview it, we will have this function or this tool ready to go. And let's delete what they have before. Oh, oops. We should change the name of the button too. So change that to apply and update. Execute and do 3. Apply. There we go. Our basic tool is done. So that's just how easy you can do your tool and design your UI with Interface Architect. And of course, you can do a lot of different things with it. So it can be as complex as you want, as long as you can really take the advantage of the scripting area and edit whatever you want. So that is what I have for this tutorial, and hope you enjoy it. The new update should be on high-end 3D here in a bit, and I've already updated my documentation, and you should be able to download the new tool, the new patch probably next week. That's what I will expect. And thank you for your support, and let me know if you want me to added anything into the new patch or the tool, and I will see what we can do next. Thank you.